Wes Craven was a master of horror, a visionary who gave the world A Nightmare on Elm Street, Scream, and countless other iconic films. His work redefined the genre, blending psychological depth with slasher horror and supernatural terror. But beyond the monsters and masked killers, Craven was an artist, a storyteller, and a deeply thoughtful man. On August 30th, 2015, Wes Craven passed away at the age of 76 after a quiet battle with brain cancer. This documentary takes a deep dive into the final hours of his life, reflecting on his legacy and the impact he left on the world of cinema. By the summer of 2015, Wes Craven had been dealing with a glioblastoma, an aggressive form of brain cancer, for some time. He had kept his illness mostly private, sharing it only with close friends and family. Despite his declining health, Craven remained engaged in his work. He had been involved in television projects like Scream, the TV series, and was still passionate about storytelling. In his Los Angeles home, surrounded by the warmth of his loved ones, Craven spent his last days in quiet reflection. His wife, Aya LaBanca, was by his side, along with close family members. His home, filled with books, film memorabilia, and artifacts from his long career, became a sanctuary, a place where he could find comfort in the legacy he had built. As the hours passed, those close to Craven recalled his incredible journey. Born in 1939 in Cleveland, Ohio, he had once been an English professor before stepping into the world of filmmaking. His early work, including The Last House on the Left 1972 and The Hills Have Eyes 1977, shocked audiences with their raw brutality. But it was A Nightmare on Elm Street 1984 that cemented his place in horror history, introducing Freddy Krueger, a villain born from the fears of an entire generation. Even in his last days, Craven spoke about storytelling. He believed horror was not just about fear, but about survival, catharsis, and confronting the darkest parts of ourselves. His close friends, including fellow filmmakers and actors he had worked with, reflected on how his work had shaped their lives and careers. On August 30th, 2015, Craven's health had deteriorated significantly. His family gathered around him, offering comfort. Though weak, he remained lucid, aware of the love surrounding him. Those present later recalled the peacefulness of his passing out, stark contrast to the terrifying images he had brought to life on screen. As the sun set over Los Angeles that evening, Craven took his last breath. The man who had spent decades creating nightmares left the world quietly, in the embrace of those who loved him most. His death marked the end of an era in horror filmmaking, but his influence would continue to shape the genre for generations.